Hello, everyone. We are back with another Uno Tech Bite, and this time we are looking at yet another Uno Chef's recipe book entry. And this time it's going to be concerning flyout, right? So how you can have that drawer-like experience for a flyout within your application. So what I mean by that is something that can fly in from the right or the left or the top or the bottom and sort of slide in. You have interactions with that. You can gesture to like dismiss it or swipe it away and sort of have that that drawer experience that you have in some applications. So how we're achieving this is actually through a custom content presenter that you can use for your flyout presenter style and custom styles that are coming from Uno Toolkit, both of those that you can use that have pre-built ways of doing this experience of having drawer flyouts coming in from the top, left, right, and bottom, and all those sorts of things. This is a more involved example that's going to be integrating with responsive extensions, that's going to be integrating with a toolkit, of course, and it's going to be integrating with the navigation extensions within Uno extensions. So we're going to split this up into a few parts. This first one will just be the basic example of getting your flyout set up and ready to go. And we'll go into how to make that responsive and how to integrate that with navigation extensions in the following parts. So just as an example of what I'm talking about, if we're looking at chefs right now, I have put this in sort of a small view, so it's more of a narrow view. You'll see here that we have this notification sort of icon in our app bar. And so if I click that, what that's actually going to do is it's going to open our flyout from the bottom, and it's going to slide up and have that drawer experience, right? So we have that notification page open up, and then we can close as well. And so the end result after all three parts are done is we're also going to be able to sort of make our page a bit larger or make our window a bit larger. And instead of having it take up the whole screen and instead of having it come from the bottom, if I click on notifications again, what's going to happen is it's coming from the side here, and it'll be nice, and it'll have this nice scrim and this nice like dismiss layer that I can tap on, and it'll slide back out. And so that's going to be our end result. So the only thing we're going to look at today is basically how to get it set up to do that initial bottom fly up that we did for our flyout. And so the only two things that you're going to need to do is when you're defining a flyout, we have our own custom flyout class that we're defining here in Chefs, which will come into play in the next parts. But regardless, once you define a flyout in your XAML, you just need two things. You need to make sure the placement is set to full, and then you need to set the flyout presenter style. Now, Uno Toolkit provides you with 4 preset flyout presenter styles that will work to make it a drawer flyout. And so we're using the bottom drawer flyout presenter style, right? So you can imagine there are some other styles that are available to you: the top, the right, the left, and the bottom, right? So those are the those are the 4 styles available to you that come out of the box with Uno Toolkit. And I'm sure you could guess that setting these will preset your flyouts to come out from whichever side that you've set it to here. Basically, they're just driving the open direction property of your drawer flyout presenters. And so you don't have to worry too much about what the content of your flyout is at this point. We'll address that in the next few parts. But basically, with those 2 properties set on this flyout, you can invoke this flyout through a button press, through whatever you want, and it will properly display and slide up from the bottom and be dismissed and slide down from the top to the bottom once you're done with it. So that is how you get the basic setups for your drawer flyout. Stay tuned for part 2, where we're going to make it responsive and make it open up from different sides depending on the width of the window. So I hope you learned something. Stay tuned for the next part, and I'll catch you in the next one.